Welcome to That One Conservative Gamer, where my name is Frosty, with a face for radio and a voice that'll make you rip your ears off. Today, we're going to talk about the channel, and this is going to be your intro to this channel, so I hope you guys enjoy it. So, what is That One Conservative Gamer? Well, it's basically me. I am conservative and I am a huge gamer, and I'm not shy about talking about it for several reasons. Number one, we need more conservative people out there in the media space talking about our favorite pastimes and what they kind of mean to us, and maybe some of our experiences as conservatives, because there's so many out there that are liberal. You've got the Game Grumps, you've got Markiplier, you got Jacksepticeye, you got all of these other liberals, and we barely have any representation in this kind of media space. So I just wanted to create something that was that may get some other conservative people or people who think that they're maybe on the fence about it, or if they're in the center and they're kind of leaning right, to feel like they really have somebody in their corner. And while PewDiePie does have some conservatism to him, it almost seems like I wouldn't say that he is the model for a conservative gamer. I'm not even going to say that I'm going to be a great model for a conservative gamer, because I've got my own flaws. Everybody has flaws, and that is something that we can acknowledge, and hopefully, you know, as I get more comfortable talking about this, and as I get more used to talking about conservatism and video gaming, that maybe some of you guys may create your own channels, or just we can grow this as a community. I really hope that's what happens, is that I inspire more people to come out as either conservative or just say, hey, I'm a gamer and I understand your point of view. Uh, so, what sparked all of this? Well, number one, uh, I watch channels like Steven Crowder, Officer Tatum, Larry Elder. Sorry, I can't speak today for some reason. Ben Shapiro, and of course, by extension, the Daily Wire crew. And then, of course, with the cancellation of Gina Carano, and with Matthew McConaughey kind of coming out, we're seeing a little bit of a shift. And then, of course, we've got uh, conservatives kind of like Tim Allen that are having newer shows come out. I'm not sure if Richard Karn is a conservative, but I will say that seeing Christy Alley come out as conservative, that was interesting. And then, of course, we've got Kevin Sorbo. We've got Mr. T even has some conservative values with the way that he talks. And, he espouses a bunch of uh, Bible verses on his uh, Twitter feed. And then we also have the Superman from Lois and Clark, the New Adventures of Superman. I can't remember. It was back in the 90s. But those guys are starting to make their voices heard, and starting to, and of course, because they're part of my childhood, I kind of noticed a little bit more. And I even think that some of my childhood heroes, like the guy who played Jason, I think he's a little bit more conservative, and that's why he doesn't really get along with some of his former castmates. More on that, and in a different episode. Holy crap! That would be that's going to have a dedicated Power Rangers episode because there's so much that I could talk about with the Power Rangers being who they are. Um, so what's the point of all this? Well, as I kind of mentioned earlier, I just really had this urge to do this, especially after um, one of the biggest pioneers of conservative media, Rush Limbaugh, after his passing. And love him or hate him or whatever, he is what a lot of conservative media, I guess, should be. He was not afraid to speak his mind, and when they did come for him, he kind of he kind of looked at him and said, "Bring it." And I feel like if he had more people behind him, even though he's got quite a few behind him, like the ones that I espoused off earlier, a lot of people did respect Rush Limbaugh, and although I never listened to him, I can definitely respect a man for standing up for what he believes in, and he believed in conservatism and throwing our ideals out there. I feel like if we never had Rush Limbaugh, then our country would definitely be a lot different than the way it's turning out now, whether that be good or bad. But, so what are we going to do going forward? Well, I don't want to make this a Let's Play. I have a channel that is dedicated to a Let's Play. I am going to keep it separate from this. I want this to be more of a deep dive into the way we view video games as not only a medium, but as a political platform as well. And maybe even look into some of these characters and some of these situations and see maybe where we differ or where we feel the exact same as some of these characters. A lot of times with games like Legend of Zelda, it's kind of one of those blank slates where you, the player, have to kind of throw yourself onto the character. And other times, like with Horizon Zero Dawn or something like The Last of Us, they want us to identify with a character. And that is where we get into the problem. Because a lot of times these characters really don't have the same viewpoints as someone, say, like someone that is, say, conservative, or someone that may be kind of on in the middle of the road, or even sometimes they have the liberals can even identify with them. It really just depends upon the game. And with gaming nowadays, it kind of feels like we are going towards that ideology of more liberalism than conservatism, and I feel like maybe it's already been that way. But if we have more conservative voices out there, that maybe these developers will start saying, "Hey, we should start catering towards our conservative fans as well. And hopefully, maybe a channel like this can help push those developers in the right direction. But as with everything on the internet, I cannot do this alone. So I'm going to ask that you tell your friends, you tell your parents, significant others, siblings, whoever, that we've got a new conservative channel up, and it is called That One Conservative Gamer. Thank you, and good night.